minutes about who I am. The picture that was Instagram. I don't have a smartphone. Anyway, who am I? Social media guy. I'm basically a social media brand manager and consultant for many local businesses and a few foreign accounts. I am a self-confessed social media addict. Who here has that high feeling whenever they see a Facebook notification? Oh, someone's talking about me. Wow. Okay, who here also feels the same high when they hear their tech notification, or if they see an interaction in their Twitter? See, a lot. So, I don't know if that classifies as an addiction, but I'm a self-confessed social media addict as well. And besides that, I'm also a hopeless romantic. So, yeah. Medyo bad po yung picture ko. Pero, so that's who I am. In a nutshell, I'm here to tell you a story. A story about who I am and how I started as a blogger and how I got traction. Traction in my context is opportunities. Opportunities to work with people for money, and at the same time opportunities to actually fight for something. Actually have a cause, have an advocacy to stand for. Now, I think advocacies and advocacies having something to stand for is worth a lot more than money, because money, that's easy to get. But when you stand for something, that's a life. It's more than something. It's bigger than you, of course, and at the same time, that's your legacy. It's something that you leave after you die. So, okay. So why am I here to tell you the story, and why story? At first, when I was making my presentation, like a month prior to this day, I was thinking maybe I should present numbers, stats. I recognize the need to be a factivist after all. But I figured numbers and stats, it's a given, that's easy. And when it comes to stories, people can resonate with stories some more, because people identify with the characters in the story. Facts and figures, I'm not discounting I'm not saying that facts and figures aren't useful. They provide an explanation. But stories inspire action. Stories make people want to do something about their current predicament, or do something about whatever it is that's bothering them. Stories that people can resonate to. And besides, stories are easier to create and share. And here I am going to talk about blogging and social media. Goodness, how blogging and social media has, for me, created opportunities for me to speak in events like this, to make money online, and to make my life a lot more meaningful, not only for myself, but for other people. Okay, at the first start, honestly, I'm going to tell you a little love story. It's about my dating. Oh wait, sorry, disclaimers mo pala. Disclaimers, of course, stories depend on your kind of audience. CEOs and managers and whatnot may resonate more, or may want to look at the numbers more, but consumers, people like you and me who do social media a lot, we resonate a lot more with stories. Can I see a raise of hands if you agree? Right? Right. Okay, social media, and I'm not here to tell you how to make money with social media. I would if I was yesterday, but it's today. I'm here today. Social media serves as a place for communication, not necessarily conversion. Although it's possible to convert a lead through social media, I'm not saying it's not possible, but more so, at least in my case, and in my experience, it stands more as a place of communication where people's minds can be changed, can be influenced, can be altered. Social media influence is gained in social media, in the social media realms. And of course, it's not a one-time thing, which is why I say that it's a lot like dating, and that's why I'm going to tell you a love story. Okay.
This is Tina. Tago na lang siya natin siya sa pangalan. Tina, sabi ng gusto, pag binanggit ko yung pangalan, something bad might happen. So, Lina is that 100% perfect girl for me. She has beauty. She loves reading books. She likes the Hunger Games. And she's a gamer. Wow! Who wants to have a gamer girlfriend? I'm sure that rocks, totally rocks. We talk about Call of Duty, and she phones you all the time. It's the best feelings ever. But she's a gamer, so that's what I like about her. So, disclaimer ulit, she's based off of a real life girl and still trying to date, or I'm already dating. And no, she's not my girlfriend yet. So, I love her anyway. So not like dating. She also looks a lot like Jennifer Lawrence. Hunger Games fans? No? Okay.
First step, syempre you say hi. When I met this girl was an elementary batchmate of mine. And then we got to meet in Facebook. After, say, 10 or 8 years, we got to meet. They said hi. Anyway. Syempre, I asked her out on a coffee date. And she said, okay, sure, let's talk. Ganyan. She said yes. Whoa, with Facebook, yes. That's through Facebook only. But I'm not here to talk about how you can easily hook up with people through Facebook. I'm here to talk about how easy it is for you to get, traction online. Prior to that date, syempre nag-reels ako. I may not be that physically appealing right now, but eventually I will. Updated version of me is in the works. So, nag-iso na po, I brushed my teeth again. I took a bath, stuff, and I wore a polo. I wear polos when when it's really important. And I felt so stiff and stuff when I talked to her. But this was the first time. Of course, it's always stiff when it's the first time, right? So how does this translate to online interactions or on the online? You optimize your profiles. Pag gwapo, paganda rin tayo pag may time, di ba? We optimize our online profiles in such a way that when people see us, they'll see us for what we are already. And be authentic. I'll be the first to say that when Nina, saw me na hindi nakapoloan, I just let go. I just wore this t-shirt and pants. She felt more comfortable around me. Hindi ako mukhang CEO, hindi ako mukhang boss. It was also more comforting for me because I love this look. It's me. Just that simple guy. Anyway, ayun. It's when you optimize your social profiles, you have to be authentic. In such a way that you specify, for example, your job or where you worked, where you study. Make sure that your online profiles, your Twitter, your Facebook profile, and your Facebook page are totally consistent with one another, and at the same time have links back to your website. But it's a basic thing. The real deal is to really make it appealing to your target audience. Which means that you have to know your target audience better, which takes us to step 2. Do your research. Siyempre, prior to that day, I did my research. Sino ba mga friends ko from high school na friends sila? It's not stalking, it's investigation. This is what John was talking about yesterday. It's getting influencers to write about your startup. The bottom line is just really getting those influencers to engage with you, to connect with you.
Yep, what? Yes, I use that a lot in business meetings, believe it or not, this slide. Anyway, you have to engage with authorities or the friends or people who are already in that niche. And, okay, back to the love story. When Lina and I met, I already know what kinds of things she really loves, or what kind of things she likes, what kinds of things she doesn't like. Which, for instance, she hates people. She hates smokers. So, I didn't stop smoking, but I don't stop that. But, she hates smokers, so I don't smoke in front of her. I know what makes her tick and what really turns her off. In this case, that's because I have a heads up from her friends. In an online perspective, we're able to know how our audience thinks through the content that these influencers have. A good example. I'm sorry, I have to mention you. Jason Cruz is an authority in social media, and so is Jonah. Of course, I will, if I want to find out how my audience works, like small businesses online, I want to know them better. I want to find out how their content works, how their content is formatted, am I making any sense here? I want to know what works for them so that I can replicate or emulate. Replicate sounds so tired. Anyway, so that's how you get to do your research. Okay, number 3. Okay, and secondly, their recommendations help you out. I will not believe how many followers I got after following Jason Cruz and Jonah and a lot of other people. See, Ma'am Janet, I got a lot of followers back in Twitter through her account and by mentioning her. And when you mention these people and the articles they make, they will engage you and they will give back in the same way. They will look at your blog, find an interesting article, and they will tweet you back. This law of reciprocity helps out a lot. So just keep giving, keep sharing, and it will all come back to you. So that's step number 2, what I did, at least do my research. Step number 3, you make requests. So I asked her out on a date. That was my first request. And then I asked her out on another date. We've gone to, I don't know, 9 dates. No, not 9, probably 7 dates already. And it gets tiring whenever you go to the same coffee shop. But what doesn't get tiring is the topic that we keep talking about. So from gaming, we shifted to people, our classmates and our people online. Then those people making the headlines in the news. Those really serve as a good thing to talk about. But after that, it's tiring really if you're always on a coffee. So, we went out, it's also on a coffee shop, but this one is in Tagaytay, not in Las Piñas. May have disclosed something there. Oh, okay. Moving forward, we went to Tagaytay, and it was a fresh experience because I did something new. I invited her somewhere else. Coffee, true, but there was a view. And besides her beautiful view, I get to see the volcano behind her. Doesn't make any sense, I know, but it just helped. She was very happy afterwards. And that's the thing that we need to do whenever we're making content for a vlog. We can give them all the list, blog posts, or we can give them all the news. But if we don't come up with something fresh, like a promotion or an event, a promotion or a contest. Wait, where am I? Request, sorry, that was the 4th point. Ayun. Sige na, last time. Ayun. You surprise them. So that's to keep things fresh and stuff. As for the earlier thing, when I make requests, by that I meant
put in call to actions to your social media posts and your blog posts as well. Call to actions can mean like the page or like this post, but it has to be something that really invokes them or that really invites them to do something about it. When you click train your audience, they'll be more responsive when it comes to like whenever you ask them to comment and stuff, they do that a lot. When you ask, all you have to do is ask really. So that was for the third point. This one is the second point. This one is for the third point. I lost track. Sorry. So do contests keep things fresh and relevant. There's okay, that's it. Surprising. And number 4, it's never really over until someone dies. Like I said, she's not my girlfriend yet. I'm still dating her. And we're still friends. And then the audience can be considered. I'd like them to. I don't want to know my reputation. So we're still friends. And okay, let's relate this to online na tayo para hindi tayo gumawa ng hashtag. Okay, trend eh. Ayun. There are times when you lose motivation to blog because people don't comment, no one likes, or that's it basically. But that's an indication that you're not doing enough to actually reach out to these people. When you blog, you're not only blogging for yourself, you're blogging for these same people. And that's one thing, essential thing that I realized when I was trying to date Dina. I wanted to date her because, una, oh, she's beautiful, she's hot. Pero as I got to know her better, as we became closer, I realized that she's also human. She has her needs. She's not perfect, almost. Pero ayun eh, I get to realize her needs and stuff. And the same applies to the audience. Whenever you're blogging, you do things for them, not necessarily for your sake. You write blog posts for them. It's kind of like going back to the purpose why you started your blog anyway. If you started your blog primarily to make money, well, good luck with that. But if you want to help people, if you want to provide value, that's going to work out a lot for you at the end. Okay, and another point, I get to make more friends. Lina has a lot of friends. And there were times when she takes me out on date with her other friends who are equally as cute as she is. I get to make more friends, and these people have taught me valuable lessons rin about being with other people. As you can tell naman, hindi ako, I'm shy. I'm not a clinical, I'm an anti-social person, not in a clinical perspective. And anyway, I make more friends, and then if I get rejected, hey, I learned something. It's obviously better than nothing. So to wrap it all up, because the guy says I should wrap up. The end of one story begins with another. Hindi pa ako nagpapasa ni Lina, by the way. Pero I don't know. Don't lose hope whenever you think your blog is about to fall or about this not getting any traction. It just means that you need to step it up a bit. Secondly, we learn, and when we learn, everything gets easier. Because we know what kind of blog posts we need to make, the format of these blog posts, how often do we need to post in social media, and thirdly, making mistakes is part of growing up, and you never really stop growing. There are times when you blog where no one interacts with your post, no one likes it, no one shares it. That's probably because you've made a mistake, or that can be considered a mistake. But if you keep doing it, and if you really do your best to learn about blogging, or to learn more about how blogs work and how better you could blog, you'll continue growing. So when you make mistakes, don't get discouraged. Just keep doing it. That's it. Questions? Pertaining to online.